I feel like it's safe to say that nowadays people only really engage with media just so they have something to talk about or even complain about. And once there isn't anything to complain about, or they just simply don't have anything to talk about regarding this thing, then they'll just make up stuff on the fly, all for the sake of needing something to say, even if it doesn't make any sense. And this could either lead to CinemaSins level nitpicking or, the current Pragmata discourse. Now, Pragmata is Capcom's new game, and to be fair, it's a pretty harmless game that honestly looks pretty wholesome, surprisingly. But in a world of people who just simply want to talk about something for the sake of talking about something, you can't really have any kind of simple wholesomeness now, can you? And since I haven't seen much people talk about the discourse for this game, in fact, I've seen more people go, along with the discourse than, actually talk about it, then I'll be the one to actually talk about how bad and just annoying the discourse is surrounding this fucking game. And I also want to keep this kind of rant video pseudo short because, I think it's a pretty simple topic to talk about because there's only really two sides to this discourse. And no, it's not the standard, it's so good, it's Jesus, and it's so bad it burned down my house level discourse. As much as I wish it was that, it's sadly not.
Oh, no. No.
I'm sorry, bro, but if you look at this character, right? Like this character that's clearly a child, and you think that this character is bait for people like EDP to goon to, you might need your hard drive checked and you might need a public lashing. If not, you need the fucking Punisher to come to your house. Like, this character design isn't even anything weird. It's just a kid. Like, bro, how much shit do you need to watch to see a kid in a video game and instantly think it's Predator bait? Like, is this what endless Vitaly and Gideon does to your fucking brain? This whole thing got so out of hand that people even thought a fucking Twitch badge right here, this Twitch badge, by the way, they thought this Twitch chat badge was a sign of something related to Lolicon.
What the fuck? No!
I feel like this is what happens when you try to be hyper serious all the time and try to make things seem bigger than they actually are or weirder than it actually is. It all goes back to what I said previously. Once there isn't anything to complain about or talk about regarding a piece of media, people will make up things that don't even make a lick of sense just to complain or stir up controversy. Like, if this game and its characters were really what these people claim it were, then this game simply would not have been made. This is like RE5 discourse level reaching when it comes down to this game. Holy shit. People need to realize that what you think is not what everyone else thinks. And this is a perfect example because, bro, if you think that this game is simply Epstein bait or some shit, then dude, you might need, not even might, you need to be locked up. There is quite literally nothing wrong with this design, but if you want to criticize it, that's fine, that's fine if you want to criticize the design so long as it makes sense. But this is not criticism. This is just being weird and hyper serious for the sake of being weird and hyper serious because you want and need something to talk or complain about. According to a fan theory, Capcom's Pragmata is secretly Japan's clever plan to fight its birthright crisis. There we go, Jesus Christ. He plays a spacesuit-wearing space dad character protecting Diana. The wholesome father-daughter bond is so touching that many players say the game actually makes them feel real parental instincts and want kids. Japan just hit a new record low with only 700,006 births in 2025. The fertility rate is still stuck around 1.2 despite billions spent on incentives. Coincidence or genius marketing?
Look at you. Just the softest, wettest boy.
This is so far not even fucking Curry or Kobe could reach. What in the hell are we talking about? This whole trope of the battle-hardened father figure character taking care of a random little girl that he just met, that trope is not new. We've had that for quite a while. Second, I feel like this game would be a Japanese exclusive if it was meant to combat the birth rates. And also, side note, if Capcom really wanted to help fight, the whole birth rate thing, then why would they do it with an original IP rather than any actual IP that they own that people actually know? I feel like more people would want to have kids if their favorite character had kids rather than just a complete random character like Hugh over here. Okay, here, they would have had to have, bought in the game. Okay, this is the process. They would have had to have bought in the game. They would have had to have seen the character dynamics through the cutscenes and gameplay and dialogue, all that stuff. They would have already had to have spent, God knows how much it is to get a game in Japan, let alone here. I mean, here it's $70. Jesus Christ. They would then have to find someone someone, you know, and then talk to them for God knows how long, get to know them, be in a relationship with them, then get married, and like all of that just takes up way too much fucking time. Unless you're gonna go for someone who's just been sleeping around a lot constantly, which most people are not gonna want to do anyways. It would take God knows how long for you just to have a kid, just because you played this game. Like the time, it just doesn't make sense. Like, this is what happens when you're just like a conspiracy theorist, because conspiracy theorists don't believe in like coincidence, and they're a huge believer in confirmation bias. And look, this doesn't just apply to conspiracy theorists. Pretty much everyone has done this at least once in their life, or many people still do it to this day, especially in the realm of things like media. If you go into something with your intended conclusion already in mind, then you're only gonna focus on the things that prove your intended conclusion and disprove literally anything that doesn't. Like, if I go into something wanting to prove that ghosts are real, I'm only gonna show the evidence that proves ghosts are real. I'm not gonna accept or look at or even fathom to imagine anything that might disprove my point. Or if I go in wanting to hate something like the new Michael Jackson biopic or the new Mummy movie, if I want to go into those hating them, then I'm just gonna only look for the bad qualities of those things. I'm not gonna look for anything good. These people are so consumed by politics and all this other shit that they unironically think a fucking Capcom game is trying to fight the birth rate crisis. Again, this trope has already existed in, you know, games, movies, shows for God knows how long, not to mention the fact that if Capcom really wanted to even try this, they would actually probably do it with some character that, you know, most people would actually know, whether it be characters like Dante, Leon, or even fuck it, Reeve. Like, if Capcom really wanted to do this, they probably would have had better luck using their actual characters that people know rather than just a new character they made for this game. Overall, I think this is just what happens when you take everything to the most hyper serious extreme and never dial anything back. Like, you're just hyper serious 24/7. Because this game just quite literally just exists. It's just meant to be another game that Capcom dropped this year. Plus, also, this game was in development hell for many years, which also kind of disproves the whole birth rate thing when you think about it. This is what happens when you take everything to the most hyper serious extreme. You don't dial anything back, and you just think way too hard on things you shouldn't be thinking way too hard on. There is no grandiose conspiracy over a Capcom video game that most people are probably like, and while I do think this game will do well, I don't think it's going to do Resident Evil Requiem level numbers. Like, again, this game, I don't think it's going to do Resident Evil level numbers. I think it will do well, and I think it is doing well from what I've seen, but like, I don't think, again, it's going to do Resident Evil Requiem level numbers. Like, all of this grandiose conspiracy for just a game that's simple.